So we are back here on Lintukoto Reserve here in Way the Hunter, and after doing these story missions on Monday's livestream, the mission animals are just way too cool to not try to come back and add more stuff to the lodge. So if you haven't done the missions and want to avoid spoilers, I'm going to ask you to close your eyes for just a moment now as we walk past the story animals. But you can see why those of you that aren't trying to avoid spoilers, we just have to try to add more stuff to this lodge. So we're going to head out. Anyone trying to avoid spoilers is good to go. And we're going to see what we can find today. And it's looking like we may be starting off with wild boars. So there's kind of a group moving this direction. Got a 1-star adult there. And we've got the 7mm PRC. So we're going to maybe try to line something up. Although they just cross paths enough, I'm not 100% sure that we're still looking at the adult. That is it. We could just sidestep the tree long enough. As he's like climbing a rock there. That should be solid to bring him down. Little bit of a risk. I know this area is decent for boar genetics. And basically, this whole east side of the map, we've barely hunted. So I wanted to start here. And hopefully taking out that boar will benefit things. And not the inverse. And by the way, he literally went nowhere. So not bad. Ended up actually heart-shotting him. Just knocked right in front of the shoulder there. Not too bad. That was a 71% or so, kind of iffy on whether or not we should have shot that. But as we kind of get going, I'm not even sure what to expect as we move down through. So good to get something taken out, and at the very least, wouldn't have been any kind of future 5-star. And we finally got a lynx, actually. That's the first one I've seen. 2-star mature, and as I understand, it's going to be tough to give 5 stars for them. So I don't think we have any information. We're going to have to probably take one out. I don't know how long they live, any of that kind of stuff, and I'm really not sure what to expect of a 2-star mature. So again, we've got the big gun, 375 and 7mm. Just gonna have to try to get that. It's about 219. I can't believe it just ate that. I think it's gonna kill it. I wouldn't have thought any hit from that thing would result in much more than it just laying there. And it ran something like 75 yards from a left lung hit. Now, we just kind of skimmed the left lung, but again, a 7mm on a 50-pound cat? I would have thought literally anything insta-drops it. Nonetheless, pretty cool, 57% 2-star mature. Probably am going to tax that just to put it in the lodge later. And that will, as we did an achievement there. Oh, that was the last of the exclusive Lintukoto species. Nice. That will unlock encyclopedia stuff, and we can know how long they're going to live. Is that a lynx? That looked cat-like to me. Well, I can't find the lynx, but I'm assuming that's what I saw, because there's another lynx feeding zone right there. And I just happened to stop and look at it. There is a pair of roe deer. There's a doe there, and the buck went somewhere just back behind her. Might as well try to get one of them as well. We still never got a melanistic over on Transylvania. We had fantastic roe deer luck, a lot of 5-stars, but no rares. So hopefully here, that's something we could get, and I think that would look really nice somewhere in the lodge. So we'll keep on working towards stuff like that, and hopefully that little 1-star adult's not anything special. We did have seemingly good roe deer genetics all the way down in the southwest, so I'm kind of assuming swamps, lowland forest, there shouldn't be any big roe deer in this area. I mean, he doesn't look that bad. Got him left lung and stomach. He's a 46%, so nothing special. And this not being their primary habitat, I shouldn't say there won't be any up here, but it would be far less common to find one in this area that's 80-90+%. Now, wouldn't you know it, on the map with Arctic fox, the first fox we're going to encounter today are red fox, and we do know their age. By the way, I think I looked at lynx. They get to be a pretty decent age, so I'm not sure a 2-star mature is a guaranteed call animal. 2-star mature red fox, though, because of their maximum age, I believe, of 8, that one's never going to get anywhere near 5-stars, so definitely one we want to go ahead and take out. And we've actually had a decent kind of variety of animals as we move through these swamps. So I'm trying to get down pretty much into this area here, start to look for reindeer. It's the very beginning of their drink time, and I'd really like to get a good size one. So we'll see what's down there. As of now, we really haven't messed with it too much, but a pretty nice kind of path down. We've gotten most of the species that are in this area, and let's see what this red fox is going to be. Actually got it through the heart, not too bad. 64%, not too bad. Probably would have gotten to 3-star, but we could just keep on making our way down this direction. about the time we get into probably here-ish, I think we'll start to see some reindeer. And as if they heard me talking about them, there is your Arctic fox. Now I can hear another one somewhere right there. It is. That's a 1-star adult male. Probably will get that. And once again, just because of the weapons we have, gonna have to go with the 7mm. Don't think it's gonna be quite like the lynx. Could probably shoot that in the leg and insta drop it. But we'll take yet another species as we move down here. And hopefully this one will be somewhat decent. We really haven't shot too many of these either. Got that just through the back of the lungs. Pretty nice looking models on these guys. 45%, and you know what? What the heck? We'll tax that as well. I was talking about wanting to get specifically trophies for the lodge, because again, the mission animals, they're just so cool, and I want to at least have that area surrounded by some other stuff. But in the meantime, some placeholders, maybe some ideas, looking at multi-mounts and stuff, we might as well tax a few of these things. Okay, I don't know where they came from, because I just looked at that lake. I guess these reindeer are maybe just moving in, but we've got our first herd of them. Nothing real special, and the one good thing is, because of the similarity to caribou, we kind of know what a 1-star adult looks like and what we want to call. Like, that being uneven is fairly obvious. I'm not sure if that would have punched through and got the female, but I'm pretty confident it would have stopped it enough that it wouldn't have been lethal. Nonetheless, nice little bonus kill. And hopefully as we keep on moving down through here, this is primary habitat for reindeer, so maybe we can see some better ones. I'd love to find one with promise. And you know what? Frankly, taking out ones like this, 24%er, will help future ones with promise start to show up. That looks so much better. I've been talking about like the head and neck of the reindeer and caribou. This is not how reindeer and caribou hold their head and neck in real life, and it bothers me in the harvest screen. I think I get why they do it, so you can see the antlers and stuff. This looks fantastic. I just really like to see that angle of it. Double lunged them, obviously being 20%, good deal. And we'll just keep on working our way south. I thought I just heard like a hoof hitting the ground. Maybe it was just us. Now I always struggle to remember to actually come back and check groups of rabbits, but a 2-star adult is pretty darn encouraging. And there was in here somewhere as well a 1-star mature. It's gonna be that one there, which as soon as we put the binoculars down disappears. I think that's it. I think the explosion of blood means we hit it, but I'm gonna mark this spot and just screenshot it for now. We'll even highlight the little group of them. Get that around the right zoom. Is right outside the campsite. It should not be hard to remember to come back and check on that. We've never killed a 5-star rabbit of any species, and I'd like to actually get one if that one's got a chance. So, not the greatest angle, but it got that one down. Actually ended up hitting it in the head. 25%. Maybe there could be something good in there, and honestly, the respawn could be pretty solid if that's the case. Ooh, there we go. 4-star mature mouflon. I thought that I was going to be looking at reindeer when I saw stuff moving around out here. Same thing. Over on Transylvania, same as we talked about never getting a melanistic roe deer. We never got a 5-star mouflon. Many 4-stars died on us. Wait, there's a 2-star that we might want to take out. We might have to try to pass an age cycle or two and maybe see what he turns into today. Just gonna do this quick. Boy, that felt like it should have gotten him. Pretty sure that's him. I can't believe he's still going. The only reason I took the shot quick, I didn't want him walking in front of that 4-star. I can't imagine that wasn't a solid hit. I mean, that shows it. We got him just fine. Just again, I sort of expected that 7mm to maybe insta-drop him, so he can't possibly have gotten far. He's laying literally right over there. It is really interesting, though, seeing how different animals interact with different shots, different weapons, and shot placement in particular. I was thinking maybe we hit the heart. We didn't. Double lung and then liver damage as well, just from like the expansion there. Not half bad. Second shot pretty much did nothing. He's a 67%er. I don't know. I've got high hopes for that 4-star. I don't know why that opened like the pause menu for a second. So here's what we'll do. It's 12 o'clock now. Let's check a couple more spots down here for reindeer, and then we'll probably start to try to pass some time so we can check in on that mouflon again. Well, I can say one thing for sure. We have a lot of learning to do as for where the best reindeer locations are. Not finding a whole lot, but we do have a 1-star mature here. Very obviously a cull bull. And he's just kind of starting to angle a little bit. I think we can just sneak that behind the shoulder. Completely broadside will absolutely take that as a follow-up. And I think we might as well start to pass a day or two and see what that does for us, because I really want to go back and check on that mouflon. I think we had a roe deer as well at the end of the last stream that we probably should go and look for too. And maybe yeah, that was actually really necessary to take that second shot. First one just didn't do enough. It got into the right lung. Maybe the 375 would have been a better option there, but we needed that follow-up. Through the heart certainly helped to actually bring him down. 16%, goodness gracious, yeah, those gotta go. And now I think we'll rest today and see if we actually end up passing an age cycle. Well, that's probably not good. 1-star young, and I see no big curved horns of even like a 4-star that would have stayed around. So I think unfortunately, or maybe fortunately, we did pass an age cycle, but I'm pretty confident our 4-star did die of old age. So I guess we better go and find that roe deer. Yeah, there's no sign of any big one in there. We should, maybe before we just go running after the roe deer, see if maybe one of the other ones in here is a decent call animal. I mean, there just isn't a lot to go on. Everything looks even. I think given the fact that there was a 4-star in there is not worth the risk. So that roe deer, I think drank, I want to say here. Go and maybe see if he's still around. That almost looked like the back of a mature roe deer. Oh, it is nice. A 5-star roe deer. I was just looking at it. That guy there is a 2-star adult. So obviously this herd has great genetics. But a 5-star roe deer, man, I don't want to blast that with the 7 mil. Let's go back and maybe get the 30-30. We've killed some roe deer with it before, but I think that would just be a little more reasonable. 40 feet per second, it's a strong windy day, but it's a little better approach from this end. Well, I think about 140 yards is going to be our distance. They're on to us. So we've got the 30-30. We're going to zero that for probably 160. And I'd really like to not have to shoot through the front leg. Need them to clear out. If we aim, it's going to really require a perfect spot. We can get in there without the shoulder. Just about like that. That looks like a lot of blood. He's still, man, that's awesome. 5-star roe deer in this game are fantastic, but when it lines up just perfectly with how you kind of experienced it typically with real life, that just looks so good. I mean, the antlers on these things are just so cool. Definitely have to try to get a photo, because honestly, he fell in a pretty decent spot. I think if we just kind of line this up, could maybe do with a little more of a smile back there, but nonetheless, best we could do as far as lighting and everything. And what we were able to do is just kind of sneak this in there without hitting the shoulder. I was a little afraid to shoot all the way right like I wanted to, just in case we shoot too far forward, but shot right over top of the heart. Got him down pretty darn quickly. He's a 95%er. Not bad at all. He comes out to 486 as our first 5-star roe deer on the new map. So let's tax that. Get him over there next to our mission trophies. And unfortunately, our mouflon died. But since the roe deer made it, I think we're going to go back and do that now. And just keep in mind for anyone that wants to avoid mission spoilers, we are going to have the mission animals on screen as we go in the lodge here. That's kind of just unavoidable. So just be aware of that as we go in here. And what we've got are our 2 mission caribou, the albino 3-star and the piebald 5-star. And I really think like this would be a good spot for a roe deer anyway. They look fantastic on the wall. So I want to check. There's that one. Do we have any other poses? Looks like that's going to be our option. Tell you what, reindeer wouldn't look half bad there too, but for now, since we've got the roe deer, let's put our 5-star there. Not a bad kind of entrance now. They just, I really like them. They look great on those wall plaques. We've got our couple of mission reindeer there, the 5-star roe deer, and then I don't even remember where exactly we put it. Got a little placeholder Wolverine down there. I think it's right in here. A 5-star wild boar from our stream on Monday. So might think about trying to move that out to the entrance room somewhere. I just think they look better on full body, so we'll probably leave it where it is. But our first official addition to this room, a 5-star roe deer, not a bad one to do. So looking forward to future trophies to add in this area and hopefully beyond. and a pretty good way to get us going, our first official video here on Lintukoto Reserve. So anyway, that is going to do it for this video. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.